Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey and Daytona, Florida. So we got a Street Glide in for a wiring rescue. Didn't realize that the bags had been pretty chopped up. Client dropped it off. I went over the bike, made some recommendations. He said, Carlos, do whatever you need to do to make it right. I just want good sound. Great client, got taken advantage of by whatever shop did the work originally. He was a pleasure to work with. He didn't give me a hard time, so I'm assuming he didn't give the other shop a hard time, and they just did whatever they wanted to do with his bike. So first off, they chopped up the saddlebags. They cut a groove in the top of the bags instead of... I don't understand why you would cut a groove in the top of the bags to run the wiring when you had already drilled about 100 holes in the saddlebag anyway. What's drilling another hole to pass the wire through so the lids could seal back, and now you have this notch in the top of the lid. It's crazy. So they did 2 sets of 6 spines in the bags facing the rear wheel. They drilled a lot of 1/2-inch holes. You guys know I don't like that. I don't agree with that. And then the worst part is the mount that they made to hold the 6 spine in place were made out of wood. So they got water in them. They swelled up. Each 6 spine was only held by 2 screws. It was just really, really bad. So we fiberglassed the bags back shut. Called the client. I said, since the bags have been cut up pretty bad, I want to reinforce them as much as I can to add strength to the bags. I want to seal and port the bags so we can add a topper, which would give the bag strength from buckling in on itself. And then he said, do whatever you need to do, whatever you think sounds the best. We opted not to go with lid speakers, so we went with Cicada CH in the upper and lower fairing. We repaired the bags, converted the double 6 spines to a single 10 and a port, reinforced it with 3 layers of fiberglass, sealed the holes in the front with epoxy, and then went over them with body filler. Then we did a coat of texture paint rhino liner to make it look symmetrical. Upgraded all the wiring to NVS Audio oxygen-free copper wiring. We did a 0-gauge feed. Bike, we did upgraded lithium battery on the bike, upgraded all the wiring. Went with Cicada FLX 1600.1 and the 700.4. So the 704 runs the CH's upper and lowers, the 1600.1 runs the 10s. We did the bass knob up top in the fairing, got the client's permission to drill a hole in the fairing so the bass knob would be on top so we could see the clip indicator clearly. And we did the USB for the new Soundstream Street Glide radio that we installed. So we did the USB where the factory cigarette lighter was. Bike came out amazing. He's happy with the way it sounds. We're happy with the way it sounds. So went from a bike that he could barely ride and he couldn't enjoy to something that looks and sounds good. And glad we were able to help him out. Check out the build. Carlos Ramirez, owner of NVS Audio in Roselle, New Jersey and Daytona, Florida. Got a Street Glide in for a massive upgrade. First, we're going to be upgrading this Kenwood radio to Soundstream with CarPlay. We're going to be upgrading the Diamond amplifier to 2 Cicada amplifiers. So we're doing the 1601 on top of the radio. We're doing the 704 off to one side, DSP off to the other side. We're going to remove all the wiring. We're going to take all this out. We're going to clean it up. They use oxygen-free copper wire. It was a solid install. Could have been done a little cleaner, but this is not a wiring rescue. It's just an upgrade. Now, the rescue part is actually in the saddlebags. Oof. Double 6x9s. Wood. And honestly, one of the things that bothered me most is they left the half-turn screws. They should have converted this to bolts. A couple good bumps and these saddlebags will fly off. They chopped up his bag they notched the top of the bag, and there's no quick disconnect, so the bag can't be taken off. So we got to try and repair that, remove this, move our hole to the bottom, and convert the 6 spines into a single 10. They also drilled a whole bunch of 1/2-inch holes, so we're gonna have to fill that in. The bag's gonna take a little while to repair, a little work. You got this, Josh?
I'm gonna try to.
Then, so we're gonna do Cicada speakers, uppers and lowers, 10s in the bags, upgrade the radio, 2 amps. Bike's got no tour pack. Let's see what we can do with this one. Wow, there's not much bag left. Look at that. But we'll make it right. I see why this radio stopped working. You see the corrosion. Obviously got water in it. So these radios, even if they claim to be marine or motorcycle, what we normally do is we run aluminum tape to cover these holes, because the face of the radio might be weather resistant. I don't see how with a CD slot, but water coming in through the top is definitely going to damage the circuit board. So we have to cut the wire to get the saddlebags off. No quick disconnect. Look at the thin wiring they're using. So obviously we're not going to be able to reuse that. It's good wire, it's just thin. So we're going to wire it up with one of our AK4 kits. Fuse distribution block. Quick disconnects for the saddlebags. Everything's oxygen-free copper. Nice thick 4-gauge power wiring. We're gonna knock it out. So in case you thought I was exaggerating about how unserviceable it is, you see the wire here. No quick disconnect. I can't take the bag off, and I can't take the side cover off because of the crash bar in the way. So if I try and force it this way, I'm gonna scratch it. So I would have to cut this wire to allow the bag to slide back, to allow the side cover to come out. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and feed the 0-gauge wire up under the bar, loop it around to the battery. Then we're gonna bring it around, we're gonna tuck the fuse holder in right here and wire tie it in place so it's accessible under the brake side cover. Then the wire lead's gonna run up this way and up the backbone to the 2 amplifiers in the front. Nice, neat, serviceable, safe. It's gonna look just like that. Nicely tucked in. We have our 4-gauge and 8-gauge feeds going up. Our 0-gauge feed going to the battery. Sumo, your mom wants to know what the weather's like.
Amazing.
Took the name of a hat. I didn't even walk away. I didn't give him no back. But then he
Hey, monster on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man. Damn, call her Amber Lambs, tell him please, bro. Nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas trying to see Compton? The industry can hate me, fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body, I'm John Stockton. Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogie.
Regulate any stealing of his property. We're damn good too. But you can't be any geek off the street. Gotta be handy with the steals, you know what I mean? Earn your keep.
Black nights, a clear white moon, Roman G was on the streets, trying to consume some skirts for the eve, so I could get some phones, rolling in my ride, chilling all alone.
Just hit the east side of the LBC, on a mission trying to find Mr. Warren G. Seen a car full of girls, ain't no need to tweak. All of you hoes know what's up with 213.
So I hit select on 21 and Lewis, some niggas shooting dice, so I said, let's do this. I jumped off the rock and said, what's up? Some niggas put some gas, so I said,
Since these hoes peeping me, I'm glad this word. These bitches looking so hard, they straight hit the curve. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate.
I'm giving jack, I'm breaking myself, I can't believe they taking Warren's wealth, they took my rings, they took my Rolex. I looked at the nigga, said, damn, what's
They got
next?
my homie hemmed up and they all around. You know them seeing if they going straight down for pound. Now they dropping and yelling, it's a tad bit late.
My baby girl a message said I won't be coming home. I'd rather be alone. She doesn't fully understand me, and I'd rather leave.
Coming right back at you, baby. Part 2. If I ever fall in love again, next time the lady will be just like you.
The very first time that I saw your brown eyes, your lips said hello and I said hi. I knew right then you were the one, but I was caught up in physical attraction, but to my satisfaction, maybe you were more than just a friend. And if I ever fall in love again, I will be sure that the lady is a friend.
I just left out the club with the gang and the high yellow bitch that's real thick in the thighs. You know me, I be shooting my shot. When I got the little bitch, I wasn't even surprised.